Welcome back to Chi Special TV. A lot of issues going on currently in Africa, and I'm a lover of African football. I love European football as well too, but I feel like African football is not given enough visibility. So that is why I love to talk about them so much. Now, Patrick Motsepe and Samuel Eto'o, that is the issue going on right now. A lot of FA in Africa are endorsing Samuel Eto'o to become the next CAF president. But guess what? I said it before. If you watch my previous video, I said this AFCON, Morocco 2025 AFCON, the issues between Senegal and Morocco is going to be the biggest test for for Patrick Motsepe as a president. He has been enjoying a very successful tenure, honestly. Patrick Motsepe is the first CAF president I am seeing that I have loved so much with all my heart, because he has brought in so much endorsement, so much money into, and then a man that is a president and does not collect salary, that even spends some of his money to fund African football. He's a businessman, he's rich, he's not poor, so definitely he did not come in for the money. He came in to develop African football, and he has developed a lot, increasing money, AFCON money to $10 million US. It's not a joke, honestly. Not everybody would, and there have been a lot of transparency. About about in terms of money, since Patrick Motsepe came in, unlike before. But now Samuel Eto'o too is becoming a very strong candidate for Patrick Motsepe. That is, if Patrick Motsepe compromise in terms of his judgment, now the whole world and the whole Africa is watching to know how he's going to treat the Senegal-Morocco issue, the final issue. Yes, no doubt Senegal messed up by leaving the pitch at that moment, but other clips that also came out online on how the Moroccans treated so many other African countries, including the Senegalese national team, stealing of towels, the insecurity, so many things. People want to know how Patrick Motsepe is going to handle those issues. Whether it's going to just favor Morocco by punishing only Senegal alone. I am of the opinion that Senegal should be punished, but Morocco too also deserves some certain punishment too, so that any other host country will not take advantage that they must win and then begin to maltreat opponents that come into the country to play. But now, Eto'o, why am I saying Eto'o? Because the Senegalese FA allegedly are endorsing Eto'o, and other North African countries too are endorsing Eto'o to come and to succeed Patrick Motsepe. Some are feeling like the North Africans are controlling Patrick Motsepe. Maybe they are buying favor from Patrick Motsepe. Some are feeling that Patrick Motsepe is becoming a puppet to the Europeans or to FIFA, to Infantino. So they believe he's dancing to their tune too much. But I urge Patrick Motsepe to come out at this time to stand as a CAF president, investigate matters, serve as a president for all the 54 countries in Africa, not just one person. Judge matter rightly so that his legacy can be very, very articulated. Now, Samuel Eto'o, does he have the credentials to become CAF president? Yes, but Samuel Eto'o is very controversial. But between Samuel Eto'o and Patrick Motsepe, we have advantage and disadvantage there. For me, being an ex-player does not make you a better coach. Being an ex-player does not make you a best CAF president, but at the same time it gives you advantage. But if you watch all over the world, those who have become club president, FA president, most of them, in fact more than 60 to 70% were not international. They were businessmen. They were those that understand the football. Now, what can Eto'o bring to the table? Eto'o understand the football on the field of play. Eto'o has his own role to play. If he happens to be the CAF president on the field of play, players will enjoy it more and more, because Eto'o is going to give a lot of rules and laws that will protect players. But then again, in terms of endorsement, in terms of money, can Eto'o generate the amount of money Patrick Motsepe is generating for CAF? Patrick Motsepe is generating a lot of money. In fact, over $375 million US deal from Total Energy. And so many sponsors said if Patrick Motsepe leave, they are going to leave. So can Eto'o bring in that kind of sponsors? Can people trust Samuel Eto'o? Being FECAFOOT president in Cameroon, a lot of controversies for Samuel Eto'o. But then again too, he has done so well in Cameroon in one way or the other. When Samuel Eto'o came in, he increased the elite money, that is the league in Cameroon, the prize money from 11 million CFA to 48 million CFA, which is about 28.6 million naira from 28.6 million naira to 90, that is about 19,000.8 US dollars, 19.8 thousand US dollars. That is what he increased the money to. currently now. Okay, he increased the money from 28.6 million naira, which is about 19.8 thousand US dollar, to 50 million sefa, which is about 130 million naira, and then 88.9 thousand US dollars in Cameroon. That is a very big improvement. Then again, the Elite 2, that is the second division in Cameroon, he increased the money from 7 million sefa, which is about 19 million naira, that's about 12.6 thousand US dollars, to 14 million sefa, which is about 38 million naira, that is about 25.2 thousand US dollars. Then he made so many clubs that begin to pay huge money. Then that is why in Cameroon currently now, the minimum wage of football players in the Premier League is 200,000 sefa, which is about 550,000 naira, and then over $360 US dollars in Cameroon, because of that is Samuel Eto'o's influence. Then you talk about the second division, the minimum wage is about 100,000 sefa, which is about 225,000 naira, and then about 180 US dollars. Imagine how much they were earning before. That is so poor. So now you come to a sport minister. Samuel Eto'o used his influence to collect grants to make the sport minister to release money about 560 million sefa, which is about over 1 million US dollars, in naira, over 1.5 billion naira, to pay unpaid salaries to the players, all the accumulated salaries. Eto'o uses influence to make the government to release such amount of money to clear a lot of debt. That is what African leagues and players have been facing. But now, coming to CAF presidency, all these things, Eto'o have been controversial. Eto'o have been fined and banned by FIFA in several occasions. Eto'o have been even going to the AFCON. Eto'o was controversial, sacking McBreeze as the coach, employing Pegal, while the sport minister was against the sacking. A lot of issues. I feel like Eto'o might be more of a dictator if he become a CAF president, but he will have a positive impact in times of standing his ground, in times of making decisions. But Patrick Motsepe, in this time around, is a bit shaky in terms of decision making, in terms of punishing the offenders, especially if they are coming from the North African side. So he's somehow shaky if you see how things are going, because Patrick Motsepe is a very nice guy. He's that kind of man that they are business type of people. They don't want to offend people who are doing business with them. But then again, what is your thought about this? For me, Patrick Motsepe has his positive influence, but Eto'o too will have his own positive influence as well too. So write in the comment section, Patrick Motsepe versus Samuel Eto'o, who would be a better CAF president. But if Patrick Motsepe judge this case well, if Patrick Motsepe stand his ground in this current AFCON, and then make good decision that favors both Senegal and Morocco, definitely Eto'o will have nowhere to near Patrick Motsepe, because Patrick Motsepe have done pretty well and is still going to do more for African football. Thank you.